Welcome to Luxury in Moderation, where we appreciate the finer things in life without going overboard. As the year is almost over, I thought it would be a good idea to look back through what I thought I would buy and wouldn't buy this year and see if I did a good job. I have two videos that I uploaded at the beginning of the year. If you haven't seen those yet, I'll link them above and below, and just see how I did and maybe give myself a grade at the end. You can give me a grade down in the comments below as well. So going through my wish list first, some of the things I checked off and did well, and other things I changed my mind on and veered very far off what I thought I was gonna buy. So it was definitely a very interesting year. The very first thing I mentioned in my 2021 wish list was the Chanel DeVille tote. And I remember, going shopping last year, trying it on, talking about how I wanted the small size. When I was in Hawaii, I tried to look for a small size, so they were pretty hard to find. And then I realized halfway through the year that it was not the right bag for me because it actually violated one of the rules that I gave myself when I am looking at luxury purchases that work in my life. And that's the rule that I shouldn't have handles that are chains. Definitely the Chanel Classic Flap is excluded from that rule because the only handles it comes with are chains. But for something like the DeVille tote, which is basically a cloth tote bag, it reminds me of an old Calvin Klein bag that I used to have that I took everywhere. It was very useful, but the chains annoyed the heck out of me, because they were also metal chains and they would just fall inside the bag or outside the bag and kind of like weigh the bag down, and it was always really hard to figure out where the opening was because the two chain handles would kind of cross each other and get knotted. I would always have to fiddle with finding the opening, and it was not an easy open and grab bag that I thought it would be because of those chain handles. So after realizing that, even though I do still think it's a beautiful bag, I kind of removed it from my wish list and just tried to remind myself that the handles are really not going to work for me and I should look elsewhere. Moving on to my second wish list bag for 2021, I actually said that I wanted the Pochette Métis in the black Empreinte leather. Now, if you watched my previous videos this year, you'll know that I actually was able to purchase the Pochette Métis in the Empreinte leather like I wanted, but actually in the turtle dove color. So originally when I had looked at this color on the website, I thought it would be dull and gray and muddy, so I wasn't really into it. But when I was in Hawaii, I was able to try it on in person, and the color was a lot brighter than I thought it would be, and I was able to check that bag off my 2021 wish list. Number 3 on my 2021 wish list was, I said I wanted a pink Chanel boy bag, and I 50% checked it off. So I actually got a pink Chanel wallet on a chain this year, and it definitely fulfilled my wish of wanting a pink Chanel bag. So I wasn't super married to the idea of a boy, and I do love the fact that I have a wallet on a chain. I do think the smaller size is more useful to me, and I will be able to get more use out of it than if I had a boy bag, and I can safely cross that off my 2021 wish list. Moving on to number 4 on my wish list, I said I wanted to explore the Hermes brand more and that I did not want another Hermes bag yet. Well, this is the one that just veered way off course. I definitely did explore the Hermes brand more. I got to Click H bracelets and a whole bunch of other things, but of course, as you can see, I did get a Hermes Birkin. So basically, after creating that 2021 wish list and trying to pace myself in terms of throwing all my money at Hermes, that plan failed, and I became very obsessed with wanting to acquire a Birkin, and I successfully was able to achieve that. So this year has been amazing in that way, being able to, set my sights on a Birkin and also receive one in the same year. I'm very grateful for it. So on to the things that I definitely was not able to accomplish this year because, I had sunk in already so much money into the Hermes items and the Birkin that I really wanted to be good and not spend so much on other luxury items. So Chanel shoes still on my wish list, still hoping that I'll be able to find a pair that I like and I will purchase more. The Louis Vuitton Damier Azur canvas print still on my wish list. Not really feeling the Sicily bag from Dolce & Gabbana anymore, so maybe not something I'm even going to pursue. I do want to create a 2022 wish list though, so make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss that video when I post it in the next couple of weeks. Finally, the Louis Vuitton Capucine I mentioned in my 2021 wish list, although I do think that's more of a, again, 5-year wish list item. So that is all for my wish list items. Now, how about my no buy list? So this one I think I still did pretty well on, but I know I definitely failed. So let's get into what I mean by that. So the first thing on my no buy list was I said I was not going to buy any clothes in 2021. And by that I meant shirts, pants, dresses, but not including shoes or jackets. And I did actually break this rule pretty early on in the year. So I bought 2 items from the Karl Lagerfeld brand. For those of you guys who don't know, he does have his own brand. Of course, somebody else is the designer now, but they have some pretty nice things. Some of them look very Chanel, other things look very different, but I really enjoy some of the designs. I bought 1 long sleeve shirt, which was like a knit with a white collar, so it was a little bit of like a Chanel tweed look, which I don't have with me right now, but I do have the second item, which was this skirt. So it's very flowy. You can see the ruffles, it's very long, and you can see this is not very Chanel at all. So you can see it is from the Karl Lagerfeld brand, and I definitely do not regret buying these 2 items at all. I absolutely love this skirt. I wore it on my honeymoon, and I also really liked the Chanel S top. So even though I broke the rule with these 2 items, it was still a really good investment, I think. And also, I did not buy any other top or bottom for the rest of the year, which I was really surprised that I was that disciplined. So I bought no other tops, no other bottoms, and no other dresses for the entire year. I definitely think that helped me save on, that spending. And I did buy a jacket in France, but again, I wasn't really thinking that as a clothing item. So I think I did pretty well. The next thing on my no buy list was fancy bath and body products. So that included like fancy soap, anything that wasn't like drugstore or that I could get at like Target. And for this, I did fail for sure again. Earlier in the year, I did purchase this really nice liquid hand soap, but I was also using a gift card, so I was like, maybe that doesn't really count. But then if you watched my Hermes videos from Europe, you'll know that I did buy the Hermes Twilly soap to make up an amount to get that back. This was $30 from Hermes. I still haven't opened it yet, but yes, I did spend on expensive bath and body product, but it smells good and I'm very excited to use it. So yeah, there's that one. Now I also actually bought the Rituals Advent Calendar, which is filled with like nicer bath and body items. It also has some candles in it, which was also on my no buy list, but it was a gift, so I did not buy that for myself. so I don't count that. And then, as I mentioned, I wasn't supposed to buy candles in 2021, and I did not buy any for myself, so I did good there. So what score would you give me, guys? Like, I was able to check 3 things off my wish list. I failed on some of my no buys, but I didn't like fail, right? Like, I wasn't like buying clothes throughout the year. So I definitely think that the no buy list helped control some of my spending habits. And I will be thinking if I can do one for 2022. Give me some ideas, guys. What do you think? What grade would you give me? I think I would give myself a B+. So let me know if you guys agree. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was really fun to just, review and think upon back in the year. I really cannot believe that this year has passed. In some ways, my trip to Hawaii feels like forever ago. I cannot believe that that was less than 12 months ago, and I only got my pochette métis then. I would love to know if you guys succeeded in checking off some things from your 2021 wish list, or if you had a no-buy list for yourself. Please let me know in the comments, and please remember to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next videos. Thank you guys again for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!